Hello everybody and welcome to the highlights of the final of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2003, and that is what it's all about. That's the trophy that one of these teams will be holding aloft a little bit later today, and it is a huge one. It's Australia versus India. Both teams have been in remarkable form in this World Cup. We're coming to you from the ballring in Johannesburg, the Wanderers, in front of 36,000 people. There's a look at the sides that have been selected for today's final, and with Australia, just a little bit of a surprise. Damien Martin is in the lineup, and of course he's got that broken finger on his left hand, but he says he's okay, so he's playing. Ian Harvey's the man that's been asked to have a bit of a breather. And India, no changes. They are unchanged again. They've only used 12 players throughout this World Cup, and it's the fifth time they've gone into a World Cup game in this World Cup unchanged. Now, India won the toss and elected to bowl. Let's pick up the action with our two commentators, Sanjay Mandraker and also Mark Taylor. It's gone again. This time it's up in the air. There's a fielder out there. Should take the catch. The catch is taken. Virender Sehwag it is. So that's the big breakthrough they wanted. Australia have got off to fly. Harbhajan Singh has picked up the wicket. Went miles in the air, but Sehwag has taken it.
You'd have to put a question mark against why he did that at that moment. Completely in control of the situation. He's almost caught the ball before, and Harbhajan Singh has got him here with, it almost looked as though it came off the middle of the bat, but it was just a half swing. Not too sure that it didn't nearly escape either.
105 for one now, Australia. Time for the skipper to come to the crease, averaging basically 41 in one-day internationals. Playing his 168th one-day international. The strike rate also very, very healthy. And Ricky Ponting had a long chat with Matthew Hayden during that drinks interval.
Just keep your eyes, first of all, on Gilchrist, who reckons he's gone, and he's now on his way to the pavilion, but was he totally gone? Ooh. We got it in the end, but only just.
Oh, there's a big shout. Yes, he's got him. That's just what Australia didn't need, and India needed it badly. And Harbhajan Singh has delivered for the Indians.
More turn again. So much assistance out there for the bowlers, whether you're bowling fast or slow. There's turn there for Harbhajan Singh, and you can see the ball gripping and turning right across the body there of Matt Hayden. Thin outside edge. Rahul Dravid has done well. Steve Buckner saw that edge. 2 wickets for Harbhajan Singh. Australia 125 for 2.
Damien Martin is the new man for Australia, replacing Matthew Hayden. Missed the semi-final with a finger problem, a broken finger. Oh, it's a great shot. Damien Martin, there's that little bit of width that he loves. Hits it in the air, deliberately in the air. Hits it with a lot of power. 132 for 2. Ponting has just used the pace on the ball, put it between the two men at fine leg and deep backward square.
Perhaps it didn't bounce as high as he thought it would have. You can see him there starting at first to play the shot as if it would have bounced a bit higher. But he kept his eyes on the ball, which was very good.
314 matches, 112 wickets. And straight away, Martin this time has got him away. It may have been an underside edge, almost the toe of the bat. But the 150 is up for Australia in the 25th over.
150 in very quick time. Due mainly to the start that Matthew Hayden and Adam Gilchrist gave them. Not perfectly controlled, but got it fine enough.
Got the loose one. Damien Martin put it away. Good batting. Well, we mentioned that Sachin Tendulkar hasn't got great control of his leg spinners. Martin and Ponting are picking up the singles at will, and they're just waiting for a loose one. And that's what Martin got here.
Not the first full toss that he has bowled either, but this time it was a lot higher than previous ones, so a lot easier to put away.
Just chopped away, and that's going to go for 4. Australia just cruising.
Well, Yuvraj Singh is the man at point. Dinesh Monge is aggrieved that that fielder was coming in far too much. It's a square cut, and Yuvraj Singh was out there to save the single. And of course placed in the gap also by Damien Martin, so I think you're being a bit harsh to the fielder as well.
That's going to be 4 more. That brings the 200 up. Well, 2 sides of the wicket, wides, follies, and more runs for Australia.
Well, he's searching for a wicket, Zair Khan, but the line has let him down. And had this not been connected, would have been another wide, the 3rd wide in the over. Ricky Ponting, or rather Damien Martin there, no problems tackling with this one. That's 4 and brings up a 50. And how easily done it was. Damien Martin making a comeback to the Australian team after an injury has played extremely well. And in the Australian flags that are seen more prominently here at the Wanderers than the Indian.
And 50 for Ricky Ponting. He started in, for him, slightly scratchy fashion and gradually gathered it together. It was favourite to catch it, but in the end I think just pulled back.
Well, this is a decisive hit. He knew exactly what... There he goes again. The result the same. This is even bigger. It's out of here, this one. Consecutive 6s for the Australian captain.
That's good footwork. And he didn't actually try to hit it too hard. It went a long, long way. They might start giving one of those gold coins to any of the spectators who can take a catch.
A lovely use of his feet. He's freeing his arms.
Now then, they're looking for another ball because the other one's rolling down Corlett Drive towards the motorway at the moment. Placement is the thing if you're going to go over the infield in the cover and extra cover region. Monge, the fielder, way out on the boundary. The one thing the 2 batsmen need to be careful about is they don't start trying to hit the ball too hard. They've been timing it beautifully. Now suddenly if they start flinging the bat at it, their timing's going to go. There's the change of pace again. Just a little one-hand dab, and it's sailed away to the front of the scoreboard out there.
And into a good position as well. It's flooded with Australians in that region, Australian supporters. And even though one hand comes off, it's a meaty blow. Plenty of yellow shirts there. This one just not coming out right. It's not an easy way to bowl that slower delivery. Demands a lot of practice.
From Ricky Ponting. Just 29 balls for the second 50 in that century.
Lovely shot, that one. Gee, that is a great shot. Terrific stuff. Just giving himself a little bit of room, and Dave Shepherd has to do some exercise this time. Damien Martin enjoyed that.
Well, Ashish Nira trying to do the right thing, trying to keep it as straight as he possibly can and as full as he possibly can. Didn't quite get it up into the block hole. You can see that ball pitching short, well short of the batting crease, but what a shot. What a shot.
Full toss, and he's hit that very well again. And that's gone for another 6. That is number 6 for Ricky Ponting.
It's not often that you see a batsman hitting more sixes than fours in an innings. And that was powerfully hit. That wasn't as low as you'd have liked, Jabagal Srinath. Fine if you're going to be bowling low full tosses down by the ankles, but that was a bit too high.
Partnership 198. Full toss again. He's got under it a bit. It's in the air for some distance. I think it's going to be safe. It is safe, and they come back for two. So that brings up that 200 partnership between Ricky Ponting and Damien Martin. A little bit of good fortune there, but 200 stand now. Another full toss. He's got some bat on it. He's got enough bat on it to take it for four. Goodness me, that was well improvised at the end.
What did I tell you about that bat? Doesn't have to have two hands on it to hit them to the boundary. Once he gets the bat on the ball, it goes.
And quite remarkably, Mikey, that's only his third four. 7, 6 and 3 fours now for Ponting. Wow, that is a huge hit. That is absolutely enormous. That has gone in the first tier. My goodness. What a blow.
Well, records keep on tumbling. There goes the record against New Zealand as the highest score made by an Australian team.
Just over the top of Ashishneer, and that's running away for a boundary to finish proceedings. What a superb performance from Australia. Reminder, of course, that India won the toss and asked them to bat 50 overs. They've got 359 for two in the World Cup final. Ricky Ponting, absolutely outstanding. 140 not out of 121 balls. Brilliant stuff from Ricky Ponting. What a magnificent performance by Australia. 50 overs, 359 for two. Gilchrist and Hayden got things off in spanking style. 105 opening stand off just 87 balls. And then Ricky Ponting and Damien Martin were very, very savage. Ponting not out 140 off 121. And Damien Martin not out 88 off 84. A partnership of 234 off 184 deliveries. So in the end, 359 for two. Now, the Indian bowlers, there were plenty of bowlers used. They had to use plenty because the seamers, for once, didn't do the job. Zahir Khan got some tap, going at over 9.5 to the over. Jabagal Srinath over 8.5. And Ashishneer a little bit more respectable, going at over 5.5. But everyone got some tap. The only one who didn't, I suppose, was Vrinder Sehwag, but he only bowled 3 overs. So it certainly was a tough day for India in the field, and their target now, they've got to bat well. They need 360 runs to win this final. They've got 50 overs available, and the required rate is 7.2 to the over.
.314 matches, a staggering record. And the man with him is also a dangerous player, hasn't quite fired in this World Cup, but capable of mind-boggling things.
Pull shot. Off the mark is Tendulkar. The crowd has gone berserk here. Lots of Indian supporters. It's running away towards the boundary. It should be 4, and it's 4. There's the start.
Interesting. Never looks to do this against Glenn McGrath, Sachin Tendulkar. But it's a shortish length, and I'm sure a premeditated shot where he had decided, looking at the pitch, anything short in length, that's where he's looking to score aggressively. And didn't bounce high enough as well, so he got the inside half of the bat. That's the way to start for India. You've got to get the boundaries early. Show the Australians that they're very over, that anything short in leg is going to play the pull shot. This was short, not very short, mind you. Misjudged the pace. I think he just misjudged the pace, came onto him quickly. In the end, crammed for time and place to play that shot. Simple catch to McGrath. The first wicket happens to be the big one for Australia. Tendulkar disappoints, and a stunned silence here at the Wanderers. 4 for 1.
If ever a skipper's innings was needed, it's now. Sourav Ganguly's out there taking guard. 300s in the World Cup so far. Average of 43 in his career. That's a good shot. One bounce over the rope. He's picked that up beautifully as Virender Sehwag, and he's off the mark with the boundary.
Well, first delivery that was offline and punished. He's very strong in this area. Brett Lee trying to get it full, get the speed going. This is a pitch where you're better off just controlling your line and let the pitch do everything. There's enough in the surface for you as a bowler not to try too much.
No ball called. Damien Martin has taken the catch, but a no ball has been called. He's overstepped again in this over. No emotion from Brett Lee apart from annoyance. Damien Martin thought he was gone, as did half the Australian side.
Just the luck maybe Sehwag needs. It's a no ball. Some part of the foot has to be behind the line. There must be some nervous moments for the umpires when they call a no and a batsman is given out. It's also displayed on the giant screen here. Got it right, Steve Buckner. Damien Martin wasn't aware of the fact.
Top edge, over the top of the keeper. Running away for 4. Looking to take McGrath on is Sourav Ganguly at this stage. A little bit fortunate on that occasion.
Required rate 7.46, and this is what happens to batsmen. If it's your day, a few will come off. The problem for India is they'll have to continue doing this through the innings. You're not going to get too many loose balls from the Australians, so the batsman will have to try something out of the ordinary. That was it.
It's a good shot, just behind square on the offside, and it's gone for 6. Wow, that is a good shot.
Well, he's gone to a shot that has fetched him a few runs in his career, giving the charge to the bowler, but making sure at that time when he's doing that, that he gives himself room to play on the offside.
Over the top, has it gone for 6? Yes, it has. Square on the offside for 6. That's a good shot also, this time from Virender Sehwag, and that is a huge over for India. 19 runs coming from it, 5 overs gone, 33 for 1. Gone over the top of gully, and it's going to run away for 4 more. So they're really taking on the Australian bowlers now, these two, Virender Sehwag and Sourav Ganguly. To talk you through the next half hour or so, it's going to be Michael Holding and Mark Taylor.
Thank you, Mike. Superb entertainment for the crowd, and they're loving every moment of it. I'm not sure Glenn McGrath's enjoying it too much, though. He's not used to this sort of treatment. That was very impeccable line and length, Glenn McGrath. Oh, lovely shot. This time Brett Lee over pitches. Sehwag smashes him through the covers. The 50's up. 1 wicket down and only 8 overs bowled. Straight up in the air. This should be out, and it will be out. Darren Lehmann has got it. There's the second wicket. Brett Lee's got his first. And that's 21 wickets for Brett Lee. And India now are in real trouble. 58 for 2.
It just could not last. No way can you just play premeditated shots, throw it and in the deep. That's the direction to go, but you've got to select the right delivery. That wasn't. It's 58 for 2.
Mohammad Kaif is the new man for India. Relatively inexperienced. Average of tick under 30. Strike rate of 73. That's quite acceptable. And that's a big edge. There's wicket number 3. And that's wicket number 20 for Glenn McGrath.
Well, just a matter of maintaining that line and length. That's what Glenn McGrath did. Just about off stump. Not very good footwork there from Mohammad Kaif. Drifting away from the ball, not getting close to it. Umpire Shepherd had absolutely no doubt. Well, India were in trouble. They are in deeper trouble. 59 for 3.
India's Mr. Consistency, I would call Rahul Dravid. Solid performer in both forms of the game, averaging 39 in one-day cricket, 207 matches. He's taken over the keeping in this World Cup as well. And Mohammad Kaif, victim of some poor footwork. Probably thinks himself a little unlucky. There's been plenty of balls swishing past the edge of the bat from both sides, particularly in the first 15 overs. And unfortunately for Kaif and for India, he got a little tickle on that one.
Both feet together, not really getting close to the ball.
Four. Good shot. They still need to make runs as well as make sure they don't lose wickets. Everyone's got to be thinking out there. Ponting's taken the first step by bringing on the spinners as a challenge.
Well, I think it's as big a cheers as anything from the Indian supporters, which because there's some rain in the air. And they're thinking, OK, we'll get this washed out and we can start again tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be that much rain. It shouldn't be the case anyway.
We're inside the 15 overs, so the two batsmen out there, Sehwag and Dravid, will take the opportunity to hit down the ground or hit into the open spaces to pick up runs and reduce their deficit. There he goes again. So Ponting's got to make the tactical decisions. He's decided to try and get through a few more overs. He won't be able to see on the ground that behind the rain clouds there is some bright sky.
Sehwag's doing exactly the right thing. He doesn't need to do those. Get out. Bit of a freebie. You're trying to get through the overs. You still have to concentrate when you're bowling. That's short and wide. And really is a help yourself delivery. Hit it any way you want. He does.
Six. Favourite spot today.
Ricky Ponting went in that direction. Sehwag has done exactly the same. Good clean strike. Hit it with the spin. And a long way.
Just out of the reach of the point man. Wasn't time, but it is 50 for Virender Sehwag, and he's played pretty well. He's used his brains. He's stopped being so good against the short one out there today, but he's done very well to get to this point. And the batsman's turned to Steve Buckner, who's turned his back on him, but they will come together after this ball. Umpire Shepherd's going across to umpire Buckner now. The sun's coming out as well. We've got the lights on. The umpire's saying bring on the covers. All right, well, let's have a look at what the situation is here. Umbrellas up, rain coming down. India 103 for 3. The lights are on, but the sun is out as well. If you think that's complicated, you should be sitting here watching it.
The umpires are out there. Talking to the groundsman, who I'm sure is assuring them that everything's fine in the immediate future. Australian team on their way out.
And Virender Sehwag and Rahul Dravid will once again come out to the centre and try and put up a fight. Dravid off in a flash. He'll get 5 runs, but a direct hit would have had him in trouble. He was taking on Andrew Simons.
Bit of a risk here. Took off initially, then wasn't too sure if Sehwag was answering his call. He was a long way out. very long way out. Australians didn't even have a chance of backing up themselves, but he would have been out by a distance.
He's got that away on the onside and plenty of bat on it. Beats mid-on, finds the boundary.
Sehwag hasn't had the best of World Cups, but he's certainly doing well now, coming to the party, as they would say. Very upright seam from Andy Bickle, but Sehwag keeping his eyes on it very well.
Well, he goes for the big one. He's not going to waste time with Bradley Hogg. He's found the boundary, Sehwag. He feels that's India's best chance of just gaining some momentum. He'll look for the big one, and he gets maximum. So Sehwag carries on to fight for India.
Well, he's the man that India are relying on. Sachin Tendulkar went quite early. He has to take over.
Terrific hit. One bounce over extra cover. 13 taken off the over. It's 145 for 3. Sehwag has to hurry. He's gone. A direct hit. The third umpire called for. The Australians are celebrating. It was Darren Lehmann running in. It was always going to be a tight call. The call from the commentary box is gone.
Definitely. Don't think there's any doubt here. As we have seen on so many occasions, when you hit the stumps full on, that extra fraction of a second that it takes for you to get the ball and take the bails off, usually the batsman gets in. Well, the third umpire is Rudy Kurtzen. He's a television umpire. He'll be the one making this decision. Don't think he'll have too many problems making this one.
Now that is a huge blow for India. Virendra Sehwag had played so well. In fact, he started off slowly, but then when you saw that, he seemed to have made some ground. The problem was he had to run round the bowler. He could not run straight. That might have taken a couple of yards off him. Short of his ground by a couple of yards. Good direct hit from Lehmann. Sehwag departs for 82 of just 81 balls. It's 147 for 4. And that has brought Yuvraj to the centre. Sehwag running towards the danger end, and he had to run round Bickle. That was the problem, just run round the bowler a little bit. But the throw was accurate. The Australians knew it. They were already celebrating even before the signal came from the third umpire, Rudy Kurtzen.
It's a beautiful shot. Even the slow outfield, the rain on it, won't pull that up. That was a super stroke.
Not renowned for power, Rahul Dravid, but this on drive that he plays right from his junior days of cricket has been his most powerful shot. Goes quickly to the fence. When he plays on the offside, when he's not looking to use the pace of the bowler, doesn't travel as quickly.
And that should be out. That's what I said, that should be out. Assume nothing. Damien Martin let it get too low on him. He's playing in this match with a broken finger. It's 165 for 4.
He's a very lucky man. This is a simple catch for Australian fielders. Took his time. There was another one behind him in the stands, all ready to catch it. Mentioned about the finger injury that he'd had. He saw it on the second attempt. Didn't quite get the hand in the right place.
Back onto the stumps. Bickle, you've done it again. Now that is such an important wicket. It's one of the unluckiest ways to be out. He has dragged that back on. Rahul Dravid trying to force the pace.
4 fielders inside the ring on the offside. He was very frustrated the last time when he missed out on an opportunity. And again, trying to pierce the field, not looking to pick up the single. Once they found that the Australian fielders are very alert. Andy Bickle has been the workhorse for Australia. He's picked up a valuable wicket. Rahul Dravid gone for 47. Now the problems start for India. 187 for 5.
Dinesh Mongia, the new batsman, left-hander. 2 left-handers in at the moment. Yuvraj Singh is the man at the non-striker's end. 187 for 5 and 31.5 gone.
That's gone high. There is a fieldsman converging. Brett Lee it is coming underneath it. And he takes the catch. He covered some good ground there, some 15-20 metres, I suppose, Brett Lee. That's the end of Yuvraj Singh. And surely that's the end of India in this World Cup final.
Hitting against the spin, gone for the big one, chancing his arm in this over. Brad Hogg's final over. It's turning away from him, he's hitting against the spin. Toe ends it. Brett Lee makes a lot of ground. Always had it in his sights. Watched it into the hands. That's his 7th catch in this World Cup. Not just his wickets, he's contributed with the fielding as well. Yuvraj Singh's gone for 24. It's 208 for 6.
Harbhajan Singh, next man in, averaging just over 12. It's gone back over Andrew Simons. Is it out? Yes, it is. That is a brilliant catch. Damien Martin, who put one down earlier, has now taken an absolute blinder. Very, very quick indeed across the grass and had to get the dive out.
What's impressive about this is, first of all, he's got a broken finger, so that doesn't help proceedings. But just look at the ground he makes up here as well. Simons. Dinesh Mongia trying to hit him over the top, high on the bat, so it hasn't got the power and the distance he wanted. Now look at this, makes the ground and then watches it into his hands. Now the other thing is, gets his elbows out the way so he doesn't drop it when the ground hits the ground. Terrific catch. Can't keep him out of the game. Runs, catches. Dinesh Mongia's gone. He's gone for 12. It's 209 for 7.
India in trouble, 209 for 7. Zahir Khan, the next man in. The last man to go was Dinesh Mongia. Very good catch by Damien Martin. Short ball. Len McGrath is down there and he's taken the catch. Andrew Simons into the attack and he's picked up a couple of quick ones here. Len McGrath moved in pretty quickly also from the fence. And that is the 8th wicket down now for India.
Harbhajan Singh might well have been surprised. Simons bowling in a bounce is probably not what he expected. Well, he helped it on its way. Glenn McGrath at first, a little slow to react, didn't pick it up. But once he did, he doesn't drop those. Good hands. Simple catch. And, Australia on the verge of victory. Harbhajan Singh gone for 7. It's 223 for 8.
Javagal Srinath playing his 229th game. I wonder if it's going to be his last.
That's another one. It's on the cards. Srinath wasn't bothered coming in line. 22 wickets for Brett Lee.
Well, that would have been a very good Yorker against anyone. Against Javagal, it was just about unstoppable, I reckon. Leg stump. I thought it might have been middle and leg, but he's just got leg. Picked up another wicket, and it's 226 for 9 now. David Shepherd just wipes his brow in the background.
226 for 9. Number 11 comes out for India, and Australia just 1 wicket away from winning their 3rd World Cup.
And it's a very, very big day for Ricky Ponting. His first World Cup. He's vice-captain of the Test side going to the West Indies. And here in South Africa, he's had a triumph.
So that's the story for India. In the end, out for 234 off 39 overs and 2 deliveries. The highest score was Rinder Sehwag, played very well for his 82 off 81 balls. Support also from Rahul Dravid, 47 off 57, but not too much apart from that. So all out for 234. And the Australian bowling was extremely impressive. Glenn McGrath picked up the important wicket of Sachin Tendulkar, ended up with 3 for 52. Brett Lee continued his fine form of 2 for 31. And Brad Hogg 1 for 61, and Andy Bickle picked up 1 as he's done throughout this entire tournament. He's very impressive throughout the tournament. And Andrew Simons came in and picked up a couple as well. Looking back at the World Cup final, Australia invited to bat first, 50 overs, 359 for 2. Ricky Ponting, magnificent, 140 not out. Damien Martin, 88 not out. And Harbhajan Singh picking up a couple of the sticks, the only 2 wickets to fall. And India in reply, 234 all out, and Australia won by 125 runs. And of course win the 2003 World Cup. Let's go and join Michael Holding at the presentation.
So a bit disappointing for you, but they are a tough team to beat.
Yes, it's a bit disappointing, but all credits to them. They played very well. It was not an easy wicket to bat early on. It did a bit, but I thought hats off to them. They played like real champions.
Well, as we know, Saurav, it's a lot of pressure playing for India and captaining India, but the crowd, the guys that came and supported you today, although they are disappointed they haven't won, they don't seem that disappointed. They are happy with the way you played.
Yes, they are. And I thank them for turning up in such huge numbers here. Obviously, we couldn't bring the cup home, but I think the way we've played right throughout this series, only Australia was a better team than us, and then we can go home with head high.
$2,000 for winning the World Cup. Ricky, that's a lot of money.
How much did you say?
$2 million.
Well, that's a lot of money, yeah. I mean, there's a lot more that goes with it than that. I mean, it was just an outstanding effort by the whole team right the way through the World Cup. All of our support staff have been sensational. The whole thing has run really smoothly for us, and we've come out and played very well today.
The team did very well throughout the World Cup, haven't even lost 1 game.
Yeah, it says a lot about our team. Well, it is a very, very good team. We've known that for a long time, but when World Cups come around, you've got to play your best when it counts, and we've managed to do that.
Sachin Tendulkar was named man of the tournament, not surprisingly. 673 runs at an average of just over 61, 106 50s, receiving the trophy from Sir Garfield Sobers. And we're going to leave you with some pictures which are going to tell a real story about today. It is the very, very happy Australian cricket team, the World Cup champions 2003.